Hey Aries, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your connection spread for the upcoming month, June 2019. Please keep in mind, guys, that with it being general, it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and get the person you're dealing with, their energy. Like I always say, trust your gut, follow your intuition. Don't try to force things, don't try to make things fit. If something doesn't seem to resonate for you, check out your moon sign, your Venus sign, Jupiter sign, rising, and if it still doesn't seem to fit, guys, there are a ton of amazing readers out there. Feel free to take a look at one of the videos down below. So the way that I do this spread is we look at their side, your side, and then where the energies connect in the center. This could very well resonate. You could resonate more with the person you're dealing with side versus your energy. As always, guys, keep it in mind, whatever is true to you, that's the advice, the pieces that you need to pick up from this. So, first things first, we have the Eight of Cups here on top. So the Eight of Cups is making a decision, not always the easiest, sometimes incredibly painful, to venture out and walk away from something. Now, the person you're connecting with, they could be in a karmic situation right now, and maybe they are making decisions to step out, move on, and move forward from energies that have not been serving them. Maybe they're at a point where they're ready to just emotionally shut off and let go and move away from things. If this is a relationship that you were in, the person you're connecting with is kind of looking at it and thinking, okay, is this serving me? Does this serve my soul? Is it time for me to go? Is it time for me to let go? And especially with this Four of Cups here, it's like the person you're connecting with right now, whether you're in communication, separation, whatever, it feels like they're in a period of not wanting love, not being open to accepting love. It's like they are emotionally, and I feel like maybe the Eight of Cups, it's more of an emotional, less of a physical. They could very well be leaving a situation, but with it being cups especially, it feels like emotionally they are just checked out. With that Four of Cups too, again, they're checked out. They're not focusing on the Three Cups, the celebration, the happiness behind them. They're focusing on that cup that fell over. That Ace of Cups, that one cup that's fell over, that's what they're focusing on. They're not wanting to be in a period of celebration, of love, of flow. It's like they're emotionally shut off. Eight of Crystals. But it's reverse, guys. Reverse means someone that's not wanting to put in the work right now. Someone that's not wanting to work things out, not wanting to move forward and put work into the situation. Maybe they're just in a period where they don't want to build anything emotionally. And then we have the King of Swords. Again, it feels like someone's cutting something off. So if you are dealing with a situation where the person you're connecting with is maybe in a karmic, it feels like they're getting to a point where they're shutting off their emotions. They're making decisions to move forward and walk away. And they're standing in their power, their truth. They're speaking their truth. I keep getting the time has come. So for some of you, you could have been waiting quite a while. It feels like they're at a very strong period where they are recognizing what serves their soul versus the mundane, the surface level stuff. And it feels like they are just not putting in work in this situation anymore, whatever this is. If this is you guys, if you are in a connection and you know it's lacking and you want to leave and you know that it's just not for you, you're making choices and moves to, energetically pull yourself out, physically pull yourself out of it. And, you're not wanting to work on it. You're not wanting it to move forward because it doesn't resonate for you anymore. You've outgrown it. What can we get for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. But you guys. Okay, so we have the Lovers here. Transformation. Ace of Cups. So they're looking for that Ace of Cups, and it's funny because I wish I had another camera, guys. The cards, she's sitting here looking down, and it's funny because it's like this. So she's literally looking at that Ace of Cups, like, I want that love, I want that. So maybe the person you're thinking of, and then, Ten of Crystals, you guys are focusing on happiness, on abundance, on what happiness, what that stability, that future that you want to build, what it looks like and feels like for you. I just keep noticing that. The Four of Cups, they're just looking at your Ace of Cups. So, I feel like this is a situation where this is the love that they want. Whoever this energy is. And they're thinking about it. They're longing for it. They're wanting it. They're wishing for it. And they're finally getting in a period where they find some clarity, find some truth. King of Swords, Aries. You guys could definitely be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. You guys could, I feel like you might be dealing with some energy. I mean, there are crystals here too. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and then you have Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy. Again, I get more air just because, the Lovers is here. It is a card Gemini. But the Lovers is, of course, a deep soul connection. It's something that's very yin and yang, that's very balanced, equilibrium, someone that, that not necessarily completes you, because I don't really like that term, because you're complete on your own, but I always say, think of it like a rectangle. You're a square, they're a square, you're both complete on your own, but when you come together, you make this, entirely new unit, and you bring so much to the table when you're together. It changes the whole structure. And that's what it feels like. It feels like this is a connection between the two of you. Within you, there's been a transformation. It is equivalent to the Death card, so that is the card of Scorpio energy. But it feels very much based on that Scorpio moon that came in. I feel like for them, it put them in a place of realizing that the situations that they're in, they're not aligning with who they are anymore, and they're wanting to speak truth. They're wanting to move on, move forward from it. And this is about, this choice that you've either made or this connection. It's inspired a lot of change inside of you. And it feels almost unknowingly, like maybe you knew there was this strong connection, but you transformed in such a way, and you've been through so much. And it's like that Scorpio moon kind of illuminated it, like the change that you've had, the choices that you've made since this connection either came to fruition or since this connection kind of, separated, if you guys are in separation. It's brought a lot of change into your life, and I feel like it's for the better. You have Ace of Cups here, so cup of love coming in. For me, this cup is also about self-love. It doesn't have to just be an offer, a gift from the universe, because sometimes gifts are wrapped differently. You could very well have a gift coming in that's a new beginning, a new opportunity when it comes to fulfillment and love and a connection, something that's deep and genuine, which it feels like that's there between these two. But more than anything, I feel like this Ace of Cups is the universe gifting you with that sense of self-love, of that fulfillment on your own. You know that you have it. Ten of Crystals, you know what you want. You've made decisions based off of the transformation that's taken place as far as what your happiness is going to be and what it's going to look like. And then you're going to go forward in that, and you're going to make decisions because of that. And it feels like it's kind of empowered you a lot. You Aries, you guys come in hot and heavy, and you're very strong, and you are very passionate and intense. And this just feels like these offers, this gift, whatever this might be, is definitely just inspiring you to go towards your happiness and take steps towards what your future, what your family unit, home unit, life, success, happiness looks like for you. You're going to go for it. You're going to charge forward into that. So let's see where they're kind of meeting in the middle. Let's see where these energies are meeting up. We have, what can we get for Aries and the person they're connecting with? Okay, so the first out of the gate is the Strength card. It is the card of Leo. This feels like a spiritual strength that's gone on between the two of you. It's like this connection, and it feels very divine, has inspired strength inside of both of you that you did not even know was possible. It's like you guys have had such a strong shift, and I feel like you're more loving, you're more giving, you're more generous because of this connection and what it has transformed inside of you. And with this person, I feel like it's kind of bringing up their inner strength as far as speaking up, deciding what they want, being decisive, making choices, versus sitting back and just letting things stay stagnant. They don't want to do that anymore. which is awesome because, I mean, in these kind of connections, that's what it takes. Wow. Yeah. Nine of Cups. So between the two of you, this feels like your wish fulfillment. This connection, this divine connection, is something that feels very near and dear to both of your hearts and souls. It's something that is, because I mean, if you look, she's lit up. Because that wish fulfillment type of connection, that thing that it just truly, you know, coming across someone that inspires that kind of change inside of you like that. And sometimes it's unknowingly, they don't even know they're doing it, or they're not even trying to intentionally, you know, they're not forcing you to change. They're not giving you ultimatums. They're not making you. They are inspiring it inside of you. Those are the kind of connections that feel like wish fulfillment. It feels like fate. And Four of Swords, so you both are in a period right now where you're probably meditating, you're going within, you're stilling your soul, you're being grounded, you're getting connected and figuring out, you know, for them, it's figuring out their truth. For you, it's figuring out your happiness. And between the two of you, that's where your energies are meeting up right now. You know, you're both in a period of just thinking and meditating and longing and processing and just staying still. It's like a little bit of a spiritual retreat inside of you. And it's because the feelings in this connection are so strong and so powerful that, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time. You know, I'm not seeing any indicators that things are going to happen next week. Things are going to, you know, there are no indicators here for me on that. But I will say that it's progressing because between the two of you, there's this inner strength that's been building, and it's because this is your wish fulfillment, your happiness, and you both know it. You're both sitting here thinking on it. Like, I'm going to grab one more card. But that Four of Swords, that's what it is. It's about you both, you know, and I'm noticing the moon in the background, you know, maybe the energy that's been in the air has brought forth a lot of truth for you guys. A lot. Okay, just give me one more if you can, Spirit. Just one more card. Or two. So, yeah. This is why you guys are going in. Because I feel like internally some of you are battling with reaching out, making an offer, whether it's you or the other person. You have Five of Wands on the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, an offer of love. An offer of love, messages coming in, messages being sent. And this Five of Wands is a very internally chaotic energy. You know, my Seven of Wands is battling with energies around you. Whereas the Five of Wands to me feels more internal conflict ridden. It's like your energy is so out of whack because of the situation, or maybe, you know, you're both so, I keep getting afraid. It's like you're afraid, and that needs to be healed because you can't go into a union like this with fear in your heart. You have to be open. You have to be open for something like this. And this Five of Wands, it feels like it's very conflict ridden internally, over the fact that you want to love this person, you want to make the effort, you want to show you care, you want to reach out. And both of you are battling that. It's like you both want to, but you don't. You know, and I get it. But by the same token, it's something like this isn't, I mean, you don't get this every day. So making a decision to kind of come forward with some effort, you know, now if you go and you make the effort and then it's not reciprocated, you've done your bit. You've done your part, you've done what you can do, that's your little bit. You take it and move forward with it. You know, the worst thing that can happen is you reach out and get no reply. I know that's terrifying for some people, but I mean, no answer is still an answer, right? And this kind of divine connection, sometimes it's about timing as well. You know, I totally understand that. But if you feel like this and someone inspires this much inside of you, you know, wanting to make that effort and put forth that little bit can sometimes lead to a lot, lead to a whole new beginning. I mean, that Ace of Cups, it's on your energy. If you're resonating with the transformation and the choices and the happiness and your goals, and that's on your side. So I feel like either you're going to make a move or they're going to end up making a move, because between the two of you, you're both wanting to. You're just battling it within yourselves. And you'll get to a place to where you don't. You'll get there. I mean, you will get there. I feel like, yeah, Hierophant, you'll get there. Possible commitment coming in. Spiritual intuitiveness, guidance. And then we have the High Priestess too. Yeah, a Hierophant and High Priestess. I feel like there's going to be some kind of spiritual truth that's coming in, and it's going to inspire something. It's going to inspire some kind of commitment, some kind of truth, some kind of openness. You know, trust in your gut, use your intuition. Maybe it is about the timing. Okay. So now I'm going to grab a couple of my little oracle cards here for you guys, and then get you all wrapped up. So first one is this Workulite. I absolutely love this deck. The artwork is phenomenal. It's the same artist that created this Star Child deck. All right, one more shuffle. Okay. What can we get for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? This is on par with your happiness. Deciding what your happiness is, deciding what your goals are, your future, where you want to be, who you want to be with. Make a choice, and then every day think, okay, is this putting me closer to where I want to be, or is it pulling me further away from it? Base it off of that, guys. Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. I love this card. It's beautiful. I feel like this with the divine unions, you know, a lot of the time, the divine unions, they're not romantic in the sense of some kind of movie. You know, it's just, it really is about coming together to create change. Just by being love. A lot of the times, now a lot of these divine partnerships, they end up having a mission, a soul mission that they work on together. And if, you know, for whatever reason, if that's not your intention in this life, if it's just simply, you know, spreading, sharing love and letting people see what love truly looks like, that can impact so many people more than we realize, just by being around two people whose energy is in alignment and truly, you know, divine partnerships. Seeing that can inspire a lot of people's souls to become the light, to reach higher vibrations, to go out and find that for themselves, to find that happiness, that joy within themselves. Priestess. And we got the High Priestess. That's awesome. How are you being called to step up and lead? So maybe it is about you guys taking charge in the situation. You know, I feel like one of you is more spiritually in tune, obviously. And then, you know, it's about going in, understanding timing, but more than anything, going in and understanding alignment within yourselves. The higher you raise vibrations, the quicker you get into alignment, the quicker energetically things like this can come together. Because it can't come together if you're low vibrational. There's always going to be chaos, and there's always going to be an issue, and there's going to be one more thing and one more thing. But if you're aligned, and if you are vibrating on the same frequency level, it's easier for the universe to flow in between the two of you and I mean, come in and do what they do. You know, it's amazing when you get into that state of flow how differently things can change. So this is the Secret Language of Light. I actually just got this deck, so I'm pretty excited. So we have Divine Animals and Transformation. So Divine Animals, it speaks to synchronicities almost. Just because it is very spiritually guided. It's like, okay, if you start to notice synchronicities between animals you're seeing every day. You know, for me, it's crows. For me, I will literally just put it out there, ask something, and then say, okay, you know, send me 5, send me 10, send me. You put it out there and you ask specifically for indicators and signs. Well, maybe some of you are starting to see animals. Maybe you're starting to see certain, you know, creatures come around, or spirits, maybe in your dreams even. It's an indicator, and, you know, if you look into it, you'd be surprised at how it all kind of makes sense and lines up for you. So if you know, see lizards a lot, okay, well, look it up, Google it. What does it mean? You know, you see, I mean, it could be anything. It could be rabbits or birds. You know, for me, it is birds. It changes for everyone. But there is an intention and a purpose a lot of the times behind that, a synchronicity. So look into it. We have Transformation. Again, this card twice. So I feel like for you guys, especially, transformation has been a huge thing. And this situation, relationship, connection, whatever you want to call it, has inspired so much growth and transformation in both of you that it's kind of made you level up spiritually. It's made you open up more. It's made you reach a point of enlightenment that you probably 5 years ago, 2 years ago, even last year, never thought that you would be at. And that's what these divine partnerships do. They inspire so much growth in someone. I love that. I love that, guys. Okay, so yeah, my takeaway from that is, you know, at some point that divine timing is going to come in. You're going to know when the timing's right, whether it's you or this other person, and something's coming in, guys. Something's coming in. It's beautiful. It's just keep in mind your alignment, your happiness, what you want to build, where you want to be. Take charge when you need to take charge. Be discerning when you need to be discerning. And yeah, that's going to be it for your June connection spread. I hope you guys have a fantastic month ahead, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Love and light. Bye.